To begin our show today, I want to give you a quick review of a book I strongly recommend if you want to learn more about the U.S. financial system and how we got to where we are today. Griftopia, written by Matt Taibbi, published in 2011. This is one of the most satirical and critical looks at the financial crisis of 2008 that I've read. His basic premise is that our financial system has been hijacked by the elite. He argues convincingly that politicians and fat cat investment bankers worked hand in hand creating the real estate bubble that wiped out 25% of America's net worth, reducing the wealth of American households by over $7 trillion. Over half of our stock market wealth was lost, a percentage decline that exceeded the 2000-2002 market crash. I quote from Griftopia, "America's dirty little secret is that for this small group of plugged-in bubble lords, the political system works fine. Not just without elections, but without any political input from any people at all outside Manhattan." And one of the root causes, he says, was the policy of former Federal Reserve Chief Alan Greenspan, who served under Reagan, Bush I, Clinton, and Bush II. Under his reign, the Federal Reserve helped create both the internet bubble of 2001 and the financial crisis of 2008 by keeping interest rates artificially low, pumping the stock market with easy money, which ultimately helped bid stocks up to unsustainable levels. Now back to the mortgage crisis of 2008. The moral corruption in the mortgage sector was pervasive from the bottom to the top. The big investment banks such as Lehman Brothers and Bear Stearns and other institutions such as AIG, the insurance conglomerate, were as guilty of greed and stupidity as those selling and underwriting and rating the mortgages that caused a worldwide financial crisis. Now, Griftopia is an entertaining romp through America's financial system. Tiabbi pulls no punches. He takes no prisoners. It was largely the policies of Alan Greenspan that laid the foundation for the financial crisis of 2008 and the crisis of 2001, pumping easy money into the economy and changing small rules for big banks that made a difference to the average Joe. If Greenspan were a boxer, he'd be one of the most overrated heavyweights in the history of the sport. You put him in the ring with an economist like John Maynard Keynes or Milton Friedman, he'd be knocked out in the first round. That's for you, Alan.